first game of what's going to be a long season, Gavin, and we come away with a hard-earned point.
Yeah, we're really happy. You come to a place like Chorley on the opening day of the season and get a draw. Listen, we come here to win the game and obviously set out to do that. But when you take the emotion out of it, it's a well-earned draw.
In that first half, Chorley had a few openings, but then we went into the interval with that 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I think they were probably on top for the majority of the first half, and when we got to the back end of that first half, maybe the last 10 minutes, I think I saw my players a little bit more endeavour, a little bit more commitment to what it is that we were trying to do. So listen, we're a new group, we're trying to find out about each other, and today was our first competitive game, so it was always going to be one where it was a little bit in the unknown. But like I say, I think it took us a little bit of time to get going, but when we did, I thought the last 10 minutes of the first half we really gathered momentum, started doing the things that we'd spoken about as opposed to completely off script. And yeah, we went in 1-0 and it didn't surprise me, going into those final 10 minutes. So it was it was a good first half in the end.
And if Chorley perhaps overall edged the first half, we certainly had the better of the second period. Yeah,
I felt so. I felt as though we'd, again, like I say, it took us a bit of time to come into it. We're still finding out about each other with this new group. It's a long season for everyone, but I just think, we're going to peak a little bit later, but I still think we've got the quality to be able to compete. So, yeah, I think we'll go into the next game, full of confidence, knowing that there's another game down. We've got to draw at a really tough place. And in that second half, again, Chorley had endeavour as well, but I felt as though that we got some really good passages of play. We really started to adhere to what it is that we've been trying to work on and our identity really as a team, which again is going to take a little bit of time. But when we did it, we saw joy, and when we didn't, we didn't. So it was it's a good example for the lads really just to stick to what it is we're trying to work on.
And you've seen the team obviously play in pre-season, but this is the first proper competitive game. So there's things you learned about your players today?
Yeah, I think I just said it earlier in the interview, it's the last 10 minutes of the first half I actually saw my players. I think they were a little bit second guessing themselves, maybe not quite committed, or not committed in a bad way, but just themselves second guessing themselves and not being totally sure, and having that desire to go and win their battles. And once they'd sort of gathered the momentum and pulled themselves together a little bit, we were in a really good space, and I felt as though we were for the rest of the game. I think the referees at the moment are going to be really keen to get their cards out. They're obviously being told at every opportunity to give free kicks away, and I thought we were on the rough end of that, but this is how it's going to be.
So a couple of training sessions in the week, and then we've got Buxton at home next Saturday.
Yeah, obviously another really tough game. I think we're going to be saying that every week. That is this league, but it's a tough game for us, and it's equally a tough game for them. We're another game in, learnt a little bit more about ourselves. We're in there, and we understand that we weren't anywhere near our best today, and when we are, I think we're going to be a real force to be reckoned with. But at this moment in time, we're just learning about each other, and whilst we're in that phase, to get a draw away at Chorley's really, really good. But look, we expect to welcome Buxton. All the respect to them, they're recruited really well, and they're going to be a force this year, I'm sure. But look, I expect us to be at our absolute best, as opposed to today, where I felt we were sort of 60-70% of what we can be at.
Well done today, anyway.
Thank you.